What's up, guys and girls? Metamorph is going core, and I want to talk about it a bit. And well, yeah, for starters, it's gonna be a 10% chance, pretty much like everything else. And they're basically doing the same thing as they did with Blight, where in the core, it's actually gonna give you more of the leak mechanic. So in Blight's case, the blighted maps. And now we're gonna get much more catalysts, as every single time you get the Metamorph, there's gonna be a guaranteed catalyst as one of the rewards. So for that, I really like it. I'm not sure about the 10% chance. I'm not really sure how they would have done it. But regardless, the catalyst change is very bueno. And I would expect the 10% chance to eventually, they need to do something about that. The more leaks we get, but we'll see. I think personally this is fine. I'm just not sure if it's the best way to go about it. And yeah, it's gonna be like basically the exact same as it's now. Taint's gonna be a thing. With the exceptions of now we're getting Scarabs as well. The Rust being just, just normal, like it was in the league right now. With Polished, you get a second sample from the boss if you manage to, max out the ooze meter, and then for the second sample you just get random mods, and then for Gilded, every single one of the monsters actually have a reward. So if you look at here, all of these have rewards. What else? Yeah, we're gonna get a sexual mod as well, which is again just like the normal league mechanic. So there's gonna be you're gonna be able to get do it decent amount, especially if you trade when you buy the scarabs. And if you for example play Soul Self and you can't buy the scarabs, these come from our little Aisling in Intervention. Previous Aisling was giving unveiled rings or like jewelry in Intervention, but now that is moved as an addition to transportation and fortification, them having unveiled weapons and armors. And so now on top of that, they're also gonna drop some jewelry. So I guess it's kind of nice, especially early on in the league. But yeah. So these should definitely be somewhat valuable because they are gonna be guaranteeing catalysts, and there's a lot of other good stuff on them. So there's another thing in Intervention now that is decent. It's hard to say if it's gonna be better or more expensive than the other stuff, of course, but yeah. It's eventually gonna be a map mod, which is gonna be nice. Hopefully when it becomes a map mod, it's gonna be cheap enough so you don't, go broke doing it. But I would expect it to be pretty expensive because the rewards in general, especially with the catalyst being a guaranteed thing, is pretty good. Now, how they are implementing it, just ignoring the 10% chance, but they're not changing the mechanics at all. So with the 10% chance, it takes you an average of 50 maps before you get an encounter in the Taint's lab. And that's also assuming that each of the sample that you got out of those 50 maps fits perfectly for the, so you actually have the full set. So nobody's gonna get that in, especially because eyes are still a bit more rare than the others. Which brings in the point of maps with multiple bosses being very strong when you want to use your scarabs, so something like Crystal Ore or Race Course, I would not use these scarabs on anything, like any map that doesn't have a triple boss, because then you can actually choose somewhat. Well, most of the time you can choose very nicely which of the sample you're gonna get. What else? Yeah, so they are adding that into the map tab, not map tab, fragment tab, which is nice. Sadly, we don't have slots for the upgraded bridgestones. We have like 4 different versions of the bridgestones, and we can only store one of them, which is a bit sad. There's no sign of the new splinter that's coming in this league to be included here either. So task base is gonna be annoying again. And now, since Metamorph is going core, we're also gonna be juggling with the samples all the time, which is a bit of annoying. I'm gonna lie. And personally, I feel like they could have done that. They're gonna change it into kind of like bestiary, where everything is like normal. You do your map when you have the Metamorph, you choose the stuff, you kill the dude, but instead of dropping the sample, like itemized sample, it would just store it up like, you know, beasts are stored. And then if you wanted to sell it for some reason, you could then, you know, itemize it through the same way as beasts are done. And that would alleviate a lot of the issues with the stat space, because I am not expecting for us to have anything for the samples. Also, catalysts. I think there's like 10 catalysts, and we don't have a spot for them. So now we have oils, we have the new splinters, and we just have a lot of stuff that we kind of need to pick up, but we don't have like a dedicated spot, which is a bit bad. And I hope that like we could have like just like random slots here, kind of like we have a currency tab. So kind of we have the essence tab, where we just like had like, you know, the do whatever you want to do with this kind of slots. Having 10 of those would help a lot already here, but, you know, can't have it all. And I think that was pretty much it. I really enjoyed Metamorph myself. I am glad the mechanic and especially catalysts are gonna be in the core. And it was fun fighting the really rippy Metamorphs, but we'll see how rippy they're gonna be now with the leak mechanic as well, assuming we have enough time to actually start the Metamorph while the Delirium is still going. But yeah, what do you guys think? Is it bad? Is it good? Should have they done something else than the 10%? Should have they just not do the 10% at all and literally have it through like only Scarab or something like that? Let me know, because I can't really think of what they should have done when it comes to the chance to get it. But yeah, I'll see you guys around.